Good morning and welcome back. I hope you've had a lovely 2-week break. Obviously Easter holidays have been a little bit different this year because we haven't been able to get out and about as much as we normally would. But if you're lucky enough to have a garden or some sort of outside space, I hope you've been able to get outside a bit in the sunshine. And if not, I hope you've been able to go for some lovely walks, maybe in your local park or even on the beach, which is what I've been doing a fair bit because I'm lucky enough to live quite near to the beach. But I thought I'd start this week just by explaining to you a little bit about our writing unit for this week because we're doing things a little bit differently again this week. Basically, we're going to have one main task that goes for the whole week. And this task we're very excited about because what you're going to be doing this week is a Reading Rocks book review. And by the end of the week, you will have either written a book review or the option is there to make a vlog of to make a vlog with a book review about one of your favourite books. You have to choose a book you've really loved because it's really difficult, I think, to write a book review, a good book review, if you didn't particularly like the book. I think it's better to choose a book you've really enjoyed. I'm going to choose Wonder because that's a book I know quite well because I've read it to you in school and I really like it as well. So that's going to be the main task this week, and we are going to be using a lot of resources and video tutorials that have been provided by an organisation called Lit Film Fest. And at the end of the week, if you want to, Lit Film Fest have said they're really keen to see any of your book reviews, either written ones or ones that take the form of a vlog. They'd really like to see them. So there's a real kind of motivation this week to try and do a really good piece of work. If you do not want to do the main task, which is going to follow on each day, Monday to Friday, there will also be a standalone writing task each day for you to have a go at. And that will be, you can just pick it up on the day, have a go, produce a really good piece of writing, send it to me or to your teacher if you'd like it to go onto the website, and then the next day there'll be something different again. So that's the same for today. There is a separate alternative writing task on the daily work plan if that's what you prefer. But today we are going to think about writing an introduction for our book review. So the first thing you need to do is to watch the two Lit Film Fest videos for today. The first one is an introduction to the project. So when you click on the link, you just need to scroll down to where it says Lesson 1 Project Introduction. It's about 2 minutes. And then there's another video which gives you some examples of some book review vlogs that other children have done from different schools around the country. So today we are thinking about our introduction to our video, and on the work plan I have put a little checklist that you could use of some things that you might want to try and include in your introduction to your book review. There's also a grammar task for today, so as normal, do that before you attempt the writing task for today, whether you're doing the book review or the alternative writing task. And the grammar focus today is all about colons. So I'm going to try and get a colon into the beginning of my introduction. And the first item on the checklist is to try and engage the reader, to try and hook the reader. You don't want to start your book review just saying, hello, my name is, I am reviewing this book by this person because it is good. It's not very interesting. So I was thinking, how could I start my book review introduction? And I thought I wouldn't actually say what book I was going to review yet. I would have a sentence that gets the reader thinking, oh, hang on a minute then, what book is this? And I wanted also to try and include a colon in my opening sentence because that's today's grammar focus. So I came up with the idea that because Wonder has a really important message, as I'm sure you all know, about not judging a book by its cover, no pun intended, not judging people by how they look, getting to know people and getting to know what they're really like and what their true characters are, and how people's outer exterior can often not be a disguise, but often you don't realise the depth of character that people have or how strong they can be inside if you just judge people by what you can see on the outside. So that, I think, is like a really important message that Wonder gives us. So I was going to start by saying that I think good books should entertain you and be interesting, but they can also, really good books can also really make you think about things in life or give really important messages. So my first sentence was going to say, good books So I'm sort of making a general statement, aren't I, about reading, and this is going to help lead into my chosen book, Wonder. Good books should entertain you. I've got a modal verb there as well. Good books should entertain you. And then I think I'll use a conjunction, but I don't need a comma actually, do I? But the best books often do more than that. Now here, I'm going to use my colon. Why? Because, whoops, that's a bit of a funny old colon. Why? Because I'm now going to give an example of what I'm talking about, or give more detail about it. So good books should entertain you, but the best books often do more than that. They make you think about, what does wonder make you think about? I suppose life issues, like I said before. So more, they make you think about, important life issues. And then I would go on to say, my name is Samantha Johnson, and I have chosen to review Wonder by R.J. Palacio because blah blah blah. But don't give away too much in the introduction. Don't start telling the reader what happens in the book or the story. Just want to kind of whet their appetite a little bit. I think I spelt wet wrong in my checklist. It should be W-H-E-T. You're not actually whetting their appetite with water. So if you spot that mistake, that wasn't deliberate, that was a mistake. So good books should entertain you, but the best books often do more than that. Colon, here's an example of what they do. They make you think about important life issues. My name is Sam Johnson, and my chosen book is Wonder by R.J. Palacio, because it's a book that sends a really important message to the reader. And that's how I would begin my introduction. That's not the end of my introduction, but using the items on the checklist, that's how I would start. So I hope you have fun with this today. Choose a book you really love if you're going to do the book review task. If you're not so keen, you can do the alternative writing task, and there will be one on the work plan for each day this week. But I really encourage you to have a go at this if you've got a book you really love, because at the end of the week, when we've got some great book reviews, either in the form of a vlog or written, start by writing today. We'll talk more about the vlog as we go on. We will be able to send any finished ones to Lit Film Fest, and they said they'd love to see as many as possible, and you might even get it put up on their website, so that would be really exciting. Okay, have fun with it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.